Every day we create something. Doesn't have to be something material, physical, but it's more so what we're creating inside ourselves. We go through a, a full brochure of emotions, and then every day we create them, we generate them. We often use the excuse of the external environment that's triggering that emotion, but the thing is that that thing is not giving you that emotion. The external circumstances is not giving you that emotion. The emotion already exists inside. And I'll share a personal story regarding this. I've been starting to be more aware of the emotions I generate every day, and it's just the simplest thing as realizing, okay, I'm generating this, I'm creating this. Let's stop doing that and let's create something else. And as with anything, you once when your body is in a habit of creating something after seeing some external triggers or circumstances, it does want to do that again because that's what's known, that's what's hardwired, that's what's in the circuits, so to speak. And so once you're aware, now you can see, and while that emotion is happening, you can be like, okay, this is happening. My body's creating certain chemicals, and I'm feeling some emotion. I'm gonna settle down and be like, I choose differently today, and easier said than done. Um, um, like for example, during a certain part of the day, I've noticed me complaining to myself in my head a lot. Oh, oh, this person has done this, so it would be better if they do this instead. And I felt um, this energy within me is like an energy, and it's like, oh, I'm creating this. The thought is coming from what I'm creating inside, and then as soon as I became aware of it, it became less intense, and I was like, oh, let me choose a different thought instead. Let me generate something else instead. And so, how do you know what to focus on instead when you're in the heat of the moment? It's good to have an idea and a vision of the future of what you're aiming towards. Let's say you have a dream home that you want. Imagine what it feels like being in a dream home with your partner, with your kids if you have any, or driving your dream car. Imagine how you would feel, how happy you would be, what it would smell like, and all that is generating some emotion, some feeling inside of you. And once you have that, just hold on to that. And so once you do it enough time, generating that feeling of that future moment when you have that thing and when you will feel that way. But the thing is, you're feeling that way now, thinking about that thing. So you're generating the emotion without the external physical trigger of it, right? So you already have that emotion within you, and then goes back to my more point of saying you are creating the emotions. The external circumstances have little to do with it. It's more so what you're generating inside and what you're used to generating inside, seeing certain things outside. Um, so yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of people say this, and meditation is what helps, right? And a lot of people sometimes guided meditation work, sometimes sitting in silence work. For me, imagining having the things or the experiences that I want to have, and generating those feelings and focusing on those feelings is what helps me the most, and that is a type of meditation. So the more you focus on those feelings of having something in the future, and then realizing that the feeling is now, and that imagine yourself already having it, and then trying to live by that rule. um, and so it will help because you become familiar with that feeling, and it starts to become hardwired in your body and your brain. And so the more your body gets used to feeling that emotion, the easier it gets to generate it. It might be harder in the beginning, but it gets easier and easier. And so when you see the old you, the old mind, the old habits of seeing a certain trigger and then the body generating that emotion automatically, and once you're aware of it, you're like, okay, um, let me focus on the other thing that I actually want rather than this emotion that I don't really want and I don't really feel good having it. So let me do that instead. And then the more you do it, the better you get at replacing old habits with new habits and being less affected by what's happening outside, because now you're more in control of how you're feeling inside. And so whatever happens outside is just a consequence or of what were you working on inside. So the same stimuli, the same circumstances can generate different emotions. And once you get really, really good at doing that, life just becomes magical. So um, you create stuff every day. You create these emotions every day. You create non-physical things every day, thoughts. So let today be the day of where you start focusing on creating different emotions, right? Um, Sounds easier than creating physical things, and it can be. Like I mean, like with anything, right? It's not a magic trick. You got to keep doing it, and it has less to do with the results you're getting outside, but how you start to feel inside, and then how your day starts to change, and how good you start to feel about yourself and everything. So if you are familiar with this, let me know your experience with it. I'm having some good experiences with it, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments regarding what I'm saying.